Welcome back, casual gardeners. It's July, and according to Utah State University Extension, there are some tasks that we can do in July to help keep our gardens successful. July is a really good time to fertilize your potatoes, especially if you're growing in containers like I am. These are massive 20-gallon grow bags, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of blood meal to each one of them. This is going to provide nitrogen for good foliage growth, and as you can see, they need it. I'm just going to sprinkle this on top and let it kind of work its way down in there. I'm also going to be adding bone meal because these are containers. This is potting soil, it's artificial soil. So even though my native soil is naturally high in calcium and phosphorus and potassium, this is not. So I'm going to make sure that these guys have everything they need in that respect as well. 1 tablespoon of bone meal ought to do it. So now my potatoes are fertilized for the month of July. If you're growing melons, squash, or cucumbers, this is an important time to start checking your plants thoroughly for squash bugs. Mostly what I'm seeing is a ridiculous amount of grasshopper damage. If you've got any perennial plants in your garden, like these columbines, this is a great time to deadhead to encourage reblooming. I could probably deadhead these Sweet Williams as well, but these are descended from the flowers that I had in my very first garden. So I'm going to collect seeds from these and keep that lineage alive. If you're growing any fruit trees in the ground, July is an important time to start deep watering those trees and making sure that they have plenty to drink. I don't have any fruit trees in the ground yet, so I'm standing next to this avocado tree in a pot. If you're growing trees in pots, it's important to make sure that you're not overwatering them. Trees in pots are especially susceptible to root rot, but at the same time, like this week, we're going to have temperatures in the triple digits and pots are going to dry out really fast. So it's important to up your watering a little bit to compensate for the extra heat. Now that we're into the hotter time of the year, your warm weather crops, especially your tomatoes, anything you're growing vertically, you're going to want to start checking on that at least every couple days and adjusting your ties. I'm growing these tomatoes double leader up a stake, and so I'm going to want to make sure that I am staying on top of the suckers beyond what I want to have on the plant. And of course, you're always going to want to stay on top of weeding. Weeding is endless, and it doesn't matter what month it is. Hopefully, this is a time when you are also harvesting tomatoes. You can pick your tomato before it is fully vine ripened and still get your full flavor. This little guy is not quite where I want it to be. I'm going to pick this tomato tomorrow and let it finish ripening inside my house. Once you've got pretty good coloration, you hit a point called the breaker stage, where you can just pull it off and it has everything it needs to finish ripening off the vine. And the benefit of that is if you have birds or grasshoppers or some other pest animal that is competing with you for tomatoes, you're getting those tomatoes before they do. So those are my list of July tasks. Is there anything special you're doing in your garden this July? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining me here in my garden today. I hope you have a wonderful time in your own.